on the debt ceiling, Mitch McConnell has said that everyone needs to relax, that this is not an unusual process. Does the president agree with that?
Well, what's unusual is for our economy, the American economy, to be held hostage and to be connected in this way to the budget process. And we do not default. We are not a deadbeat nation. We've been very clear about that. We should not be headed towards a direction where we would default for the first time. But I will also say, both the president and Speaker McCarthy said that default is off the table. So that is productive. That is a step forward and a very important thing to note. And so we're going to continue to ask Congress to act and to get this done and to lift the debt limit.
And does the White House see any potential in negotiating short-term rates?
That is something that both the Speaker and we have said is, the Speaker has been very clear that is not on the table. And so we're going to continue to get this done in a way that should be done, right, which is Congress to act and to deal with the debt limit.
Thanks, Karine. To follow up on the 14th Amendment again, the last time the president spoke about this in Hiroshima, he actually said that he was looking at the 14th Amendment and he thought that he did have the authority, but the question was essentially whether it would get tangled up in court in appeals. And he said that's what is unresolved. So has the White House determined that there is not enough time to invoke the 14th Amendment?
So look, the 14th Amendment, as I've been saying, doesn't solve our problems. Congress must act. The president actually has said that multiple times. And understandably, the president gets it, right? He knows that any action needs to be strongly supported by the law. And I think that's what you heard from the president. Look, I'm certainly not going to get into legal opinions from here. That is not something that I'm going to do from here. But again, at the end of the day, it doesn't solve the problem that we have now.
But the last time we heard from the president, it was still on the table. Is it on or off the table?
The president also said on Sunday that it's up to lawmakers. This is up to lawmakers. And so Congress, again, must do what it's done since 1960, 78 times, which is deal with the debt limit and make sure that we are not a deadbeat nation. That is something that he said as well. But understandably, the president wants any action to be strongly supported by the law, and that's what you heard from the president. But he's also said, reiterated many times, it doesn't solve our problems and Congress needs to act.
You said today that negotiations are hard and they take time. Did the president wait too long to engage with the Republicans on the negotiations that he's in the middle of right now?
The president has been engaging or trying to engage with Republicans for months now, for months. He put out his budget on March 9th. You heard us talk about this. You've heard us lay it out. You've seen the budget, what the president laid out on March 9th. And Republicans passed their budget plan at the end of April. And then days later, that's when budget negotiations started. And so we've been clear for the past 5 months how important it is for Congress to act, for Congress to do their constitutional duty.